A new report outlining what went right and what went wrong during the unrest that followed George Floyd's death in Minneapolis.
City council members getting their first look at what's known as the after action report. Karen Scullin is live for us tonight. And Karen, a lot to look at here.
Right. The city hired an independent group, and to come up with this review and recommendations, the group conducted dozens of interviews. They held community meetings. They poured over documents, and then they also visited the sites where the unrest occurred. It was a situation where protests spiraled into riots, fires, looting, and back and forth between citizens and Minneapolis police. A review of the city's response is in and found across the board the city never had a plan.
The city had emergency operations plans, as did the fire department, the police department. What we found is those weren't effectively utilized. The plans were there, but the respective agencies didn't adhere to the information that was in the plans.
Planning also failed when it came to how to call in the National Guard for help when MPD was overwhelmed.
The Guard has some very real concerns and some requirements. Before they put a soldier into a civilian environment, they have to know how that soldier is going to be tasked and what the accountability measures are going to be. And unfortunately, in the early requests, that information was not satisfactorily provided.
Meanwhile, the report also revealed a complete breakdown of communication from the command staff down to the rank and file.
I think the other piece of it is not getting a decision in a timely manner. And you have to react now, and you're waiting from some guidance. Again, the patrol officer out there standing in front is waiting for some guidance and not getting it, so they'll start making decisions that they think are most appropriate.
And finally, the review found that there was a void in consistent rules of engagement when it came to less lethal munitions.
We found that the officers that were supervising the individuals that had those weapons hadn't been provided with rules of engagement, i.e. when you can and can't use that weapon, when you should and shouldn't.
Now, this group also made a series of recommendations to correct any issues, ranging from more training for the MPD to ongoing conversations with the community. And they were talking about police and city leaders meeting with members of the community. Now, in response, the mayor's office released a statement in part saying the recommendations highlighted in today's presentation will be put to use, and I've already directed staff to implement a plan for improving our emergency response processes across the enterprise. Trainings are underway, new structures are being put in place, and we are in routine contact with multi-jurisdictional partners to enhance communications and operational preparedness. Now, the city coordinator then presented to the committee today and said that they would come back with that plan in 30 days. We're live in Minneapolis. Karen Scullin, Fox 9.